No, Nicola, you've got it. This is such a posh... It's a kid's film, but it's a posh one. The Magic Faraway Tree.
Yes.
It's you. Who else? It's an amazing cast.
Ridiculous cast. Claire Foy, Andrew Garfield, Rebecca Ferguson, Jennifer Saunders, Michael Palin.
Wow.
It's honestly... it was amazing. I mean, I read the script and had no idea who was involved with it, but I thought it was Simon Farnaby who wrote Paddington 2, which is one of the best movies ever in the world.
Yeah.
And I was, like, desperate to be involved, and, yeah, it was just a joy. And it's a lot of people's favourite, you know, childhood book. I'd never read it, but I love meeting grown-ups. They're like, oh, my God. And I got to play a fairy, and I got lovely, lovely ears.
Oh, I think I got a picture of you, have we?
Oh, yeah.
There you are!
Good ears.
Yeah, great ears. It was so much fun, and there's 3 gorgeous kids who lead it, and we got to lots of magical lands, and it was just a joy. I loved it so much.
And when's that out?
It's out in March.
Oh, OK.
Yes.
Oh, Claire Foy, we must also mention, you have such a starry children's film coming up. This is The Magic Faraway Tree.
Yeah. I know.
People are so looking forward to this film. It's weird. That book holds such a place in people's hearts.
It does, yeah. I mean, it was never part of my childhood. No. So I think it would have freaked me out too much if I'd started doing it. But because I didn't, I loved every second of it. It was so sweet to make, and unlike most things that I do, so that was nice.
And you and Andrew Garfield, you're the mum and dad?
Mum and dad, yeah.
And I know of that Not-So-Nosy. What was he like to work with?
Oh, amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely amazing. I mean, I didn't get much
Tell him the
truth. No, but I didn't get a lot to do with him.
I mean, he's not my best friend. He's
No, but because I'm not magical, you see.
OK.
You know, I'm mum.
Yeah. Clearly, the tree is magic.
The tree is
it's out on the 27th of March. That bit is real.
It sure is.
Now, I don't know if you want to talk about this. You probably don't, but I'm going to bring it up anyway.
Oh, good.
When the movie, We Live in Time, when it premiered in Toronto, yourself and Florence, you know, you are the stars of the film, but you got slightly upstaged. Do you know what I'm talking about?
A horse.
The horse. So I don't know if you know about this. So
I'm aware of it. Yeah.
So there's there's a poster.
Yeah. Well, is it a poster or is it a fuck up?
It's not the poster anymore. When did people start noticing the poster?
So I was about to go into a retreat, like a silent retreat, where I would have no technology for 6 days, and I'm in like Northern California, and that's a wanky thing to say, and I'm aware. At least there's that.
He is telepathic.
I mean, it's an important part of the story.
No, of course it is. I'm sorry. I'm only teasing you. I'm teasing you.
No, I know, but it's awful. But anyway, so I'm about to go in, and I'm like doom scrolling last minute just to get my fix, and I see, you know what I'm saying. Charlemagne knows what I'm saying. And I see this image of a beautiful image, Florence and I on a carousel from the film. And there's a carousel horse just right in the front of the frame that's making a face that I can't do properly, but I'm sure we will see. And I look at it and I see, I think, oh my, what the, huh? How has this gone past all of the, you know, approvals that go through those kind of things? And I'm like, oh, maybe I'm being hypersensitive. I'm a hypersensitive, hypervigilant person. And I turn my phone off, I go in. 6 days later, there are memes aplenty with the horse and Sigourney Weaver in Alien. There's, like, the alien coming, the horse coming out of John Hurt's chest. The horse is in every single great pop culture moment of the last 50 or 60 years. And I'm in a departure lounge and I'm weeping with joy, because it's like, now we have something to talk about on the press tour. Now we can, like, talk about this horse.
You might, if you haven't seen this, you might be thinking, oh, Andrew's exaggerating. How crazed could a merry-go-round horse look? This is unbelievable. Here is the picture. Look at that horse.
It's slightly distracting. You know, it's this beautiful moment and the horse is traumatised.
But also, like, What child goes up to the merry-go-round and goes, that one? But also, I love it. The horse genuinely looks like it's been caught on shot. He's like, oh, fuck, I'm in. It's insane.
It's outrageous.
Very good. And Rebecca Ferguson, obviously, you know, with child now, so that makes stunts harder. But even when you did the last movie, you seem quite unsuited. I mean, you did suffer from vertigo going into these?
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, that does seem a bizarre thing to say yes to being in one of these films.
Well, I didn't really know what I was saying yes to.
Okay.
Because I don't really know how these films were made. So, you know, when I was on the camel in the desert...
explained it to you.
Well, no, very quickly, and then the first day of shooting, Tom, what did we do?
We jumped off a building.
Yeah. First day of shooting.
I think we've got a picture of you. So that you got.
That's me swearing and shouting the naughtiest words ever.
In my ear.
In your ear.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Swear. Oh, did I say that? I'm so sorry. I apologize. I'm just so...
The worst words ever. And then we jump off, and he just looks at me in the Tom Cruise kind of way, and he goes, "Welcome to mission."
I don't remember saying that. I don't remember saying that. No way. That is way too cheesy. I don't remember saying that. You said it to all of us.
And we know that obviously Alfab has earned you BAFTAs, international Emmys, but you have had lots of other honours. Now, was it the New York Senate?
Oh, yes.
Fated you.
We got made Honorary New Yorkers, me and Joanna, and it was a ceremony that was going to be at the Senate in New York, and it was during Gay Pride Week.
Oh.
And so it was the LGBT and all the other letters awards, and so we went. And I thought, oh, this is going to be a bit of a good old night, you know. And I said to Joanna, I said, when we go to New York and we go into all these parties, there's normally sort of 6-foot men dressed as us, and we walk in looking like small town mice, little tiny people, like this, and they never recognise us. They go, "Is Jennifer here? Is she here?"
Big drag queen going, "I'm Louise."
I'm Jennifer. They go, "Oh, shame." And so I said, Joanna, let's go, you know, dressed up. So I got a white hat and I got the Stars and Stripes tied around it, great white suit on. Joanna was there. And I said to her on the plane, I said, "Do you think I need to make a speech?" And she said, "No, I don't think so, darling. I think just, hello, darlings, that'll do." "Oh, thank you very much, sweetie darling." She said, that'll be fine. And so we went dressed up, looking like clowns. Clown versions of ourselves, to, honestly, one of the most serious events I've ever been to.
Deeply like.
It was deeply...
We are here to honour commitment to social change.
Yes. And lots of songs to people who died of AIDS. It was... And there was tears and slow piano playing. And then I said, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you for no speech. Well, I'm going to get up there. Whoopi Goldberg introduced us with such a lovely citation. And then I went up and I went, "Thank you, sweetie darling." Honestly, I've never been so embarrassed in my life. I had a Stetson with a Stars and Stripes tag around it. I was
What I think is interesting is because obviously you're a prolific diary writer. Do you still write diaries?
I try to most mornings, not all the time. Just a record of the day. Yes, I do. I do. Yes, it's very sort of sad, but I do.
But what interests me is that when you started when you were in your mid-20s, newly married, you had a newborn son.
Yeah.
It just seemed you wouldn't have had time. You know, you just would be exhausted, but yet you found the time to start a diary.
Well, you know, my wife's very good at sort of doing all those sort of things. I'm upstairs doing the diary, I'm writing the diary, I'll write about it. But it was actually, I did begin it because when Tom was born, and he was only about sort of 6 months old, and I thought, I've got to remember kind of what he's said and what he's done and all that sort of thing. So that's why I kept it. And about a week after I actually started the diaries, John Cleese rang up and said, "Oh, you know, how about doing a totally new kind of television series? And you could bring Terry in and all that." So Python began just about a week after I started the diaries. But the whole first volume of diaries is about my son. Not about Python at all, because I didn't expect Python to develop into anything much. It was just another comedy show, but it was all about his first
Would you ever have thought that anyone would read them?
No, absolutely not. I mean, diaries are very private things, aren't they? Do you keep a diary?
Yeah, no, I don't keep that kind of
Well, everyone knows what you do all the time.
I'm an open book. Anyway.
You're an open book. You read about it.
But you did keep some diaries.
I did, actually. When I was younger, I did, yeah. And when I looked at them, when I was writing my book, I looked at my teenage diaries. I don't know who that person was. I was obviously pretending to be quite an interesting diarist. And I wrote when I had a bath and things like that, and I had a super bath.
Oh, right.
Who was that? That wasn't who I was at all.
It's so sweet. When I was a teenager, I used to keep a list of all the films I'd seen, and there was a bit after it said comments. On the left side, comments, and every comment was brilliant, 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 amazing, lots of exclamation marks. Not a single failure. Every film was absolutely wonderful.
And because your accent is so, you know, good in Derry Girls, but you're not from Northern Ireland.
Yeah, you can feel the palpable sense of disappointment when people meet me. And I go, oh, you're not Claire. And I go, no, I'm really sorry. Yeah, I'm just a faker.
Where are you from?
From Galway, West Coast, yeah.
I mean,
Galway
so
girl.
far away.
Still Irish.
So many hours.
Jennifer's fine ears going, it sounds the same to me.
Sounds Irish to me.
I'm shocked about how old they all are. Because I met your mate with a dark O once.
Jamie Lee.
Jamie Lee, yeah.
Yes.
She came up to me once and I think I spoke to her like a child. I said, hello, how are you then? Well, how old are you then? She went, I'm 33.
And now your accent there is great. And Derry Girls,
yeah.
I mean, there's a whole range of accents. Yours is really good.
Oh, thank you.
Did you say there's a whole range of accent in Derry Girls?
There are quite a few Derry accents in Derry Girls, I would say. Yeah. But now, do you have a trick to get into it, do you?
Yeah, absolutely. So when I was preparing, I didn't know a Derry accent first off, and then I thought, who do I know? And then I thought, oh, Nadine from Girls Aloud is extremely Derry. And then, I don't know if people will know this, but there was an extremely controversial incident in the early noughties in Ireland.
So good!
It was so good. I feel like it was the first Irish sort of pop culture TV moment. It was Pop Stars, the Irish version, which only had about 50 entrants because we don't have as big a population. So she went on and lied about her age. But she got found out on camera.
Stop it.
Yes.
No. Oh, no, YouTube it. It's so good.
Lean forward.
Wow.
This is the trick.
How old was she and how old was she?
OK, so she'd gotten into the band, and then her on-camera interview, like the first one to introduce yourself, who you are, she said, my name's Nadine Coyle from Larkill and Derry, date of birth 15th of 685, making me a Gemini. And then she thinks for a second and goes, what date of birth did I say? No, 15th of the 6th. And then it fades. And she's outed herself on camera. But everyone lost the plot.
Do the phone call to her mother.
Do everything. Mommy,
do the whole thing.
Has Daddy put my passport in the car? Mommy, will you look at my handbag for my passport? And it was all a lie. She knew.
How old was she?
She was 16. She was meant to be 18.
What is it about you lot pretending you're different ages?
Just
That's
cool,
so
isn't it?
cute because she wanted to make it through.
That's fine. But then she got in Girls Aloud. It actually worked out much better.
You see?
Her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything
and
happens for
we
a
ended
reason.
up with an amazing moment of her sobbing in the back of a Renault Espace being driven away.
I also did that whole thing in my audition, and it was very awkward because...
Well, you did it as a speech.
Yeah, but they didn't want me to. It's not like they said, would you mind doing your pre-prepared Nadine Coyle speech? I just sort of started speaking, and they sort of were looking at me, and I thought, well, this could really go either way. You know, it's all the executives from Channel 4 and the director and the writer, and I just started doing it. But I got the job, it's all fine.
Woohoo!
Yes!
Very good. Andrew Garfield, you too have a Spice Girls connection.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do!
Where are you getting this information?
Didn't a lovely lady, didn't she ask you out through the medium of the Spice Girls music?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
How did you know that?
You must have told somebody.
Only my deeply intimate friends.
Well, somebody blabbed.
This is kind of a hard story for me, actually.
Oh, no, sorry.
Well, this was my first love.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and her name was Sarah.
Oh.
Yeah, and she asked me out, and I was getting picked up by my mom at school, and I was 13, and she said, she was singing, if you want to be my lover, you got to get with my friends. And then she said, do you want to be my lover? She was very tall. She was much taller than me. And she was very beautiful.
Sure.
And I said, yeah, all right. And she was like, I'm having a gathering of people at my house tonight. Just small group of people. And I was like, all right, yeah. Am I invited? And then she was like, yeah, you come along. I was like, OK. So I went. It was 4 hours later, and then she broke up with me when I arrived. Oh. She dumped me for some bloke at Epsom College.
Oh. Where is she now?
Wait. Have you seen Sarah since? No.
Sarah.
She's, Yeah, your daughter, has she seen your stuff?
No.
Okay.
Well, I haven't really done anything child-friendly.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I feel.
That's a bit heavy for the first one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Come and watch Mummy at work.
So, Mommy got you.
Bit heavy coming. But she must see your picture on TV and stuff.
She has discovered that you can have my face as a person on Netflix.
Oh, for like your avatar.
Oh,
Yeah.
stop it. That's amazing.
And so I didn't know that she'd done this. And I turned on Netflix, like she'd gone to bed and I turned it on. And there's my face, but she called it nincompoop. Like... And I don't think she's ever called anyone a nincompoop, but she spelt it perfectly, and it's just my face.
And does it come up going, are you still watching this nincompoop?
This is what you like to watch.
I was going to say, what did it recommend you watch?
I can't go anywhere near it, but I also can't delete it because I'm quite proud of how she managed to find it and do that.
Yeah.